Steven Seagal makes Ip Man and Donnie Yen look like D-grade martial arts students who don't really know how to be Chinese or Wing Chunny enough. If you're sick of seeing well-choreographed fight scenes involving the actual actors and prefer quick-cut edits with stunt doubles, then this movie is perfect for you. Sensei Jockstrap stars as Axe, with no surname, but I assume it's probably Thundersword, and he's a retired... Actually...
Hold up! Wait a minute!
I'm not going to include what his old occupation was. Let's see how well you all know Sensei Sugarballs.
How dare you!
In this movie, Big Daddy plays a retired A. Scientist and academic who pioneered a global religion. B. Lingerie and swimsuit model. C. Special Forces, Black Ops, CIA badass motherfucking legend. Or D. Lying, talentless, narcissistic idiot that somehow became a celebrity. There will be no E, all of the above, because I imagine that is exactly what most of you would like to vote for.
I am so on to you.
Let me know in the comments what you believe is the correct answer, and please explain yourselves. The comments are always hilarious, and it also twists the nipple of the algorithm. I won't harp on this video about a sponsor, but I'll just say thank you to all your legends for your support. You've been awesome as always. Think about liking and subscribing if you get a little chuckle out of this absurd channel.
Lay it on right here, do it. Do it.
And I'll leave it at that. However, I will inject a shameless merge plug somewhere randomly later, but for now you're all safe.
Yeah, buddy!
Now when I watched this originally, there were no subtitles, and I managed to find a couple of them, but they were both horrible, but I still kept it in anyway because honestly it makes some of the clips even funnier. So, Big Papa Porkchop plays Axe, an ex-something, who now lives somewhere between China, Myanmar, or Laos, or somewhere. It doesn't really matter. What does matter is that he's dressed like a fat white dude trying to be Chinese and kung-fu-y.
Oh, hello, please. Bing bao ching chong.
I am a little bit Asian.
This brilliant piece of shit was written by the big man himself, my friends. So Sensei Tinkerbell has his greasy, gravy fingerprints all over this movie.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
This means we can expect dialogue of the highest quality.
You know, stranger, negative words carry great weight. They're like a poison. They carry their own life.
As Seagal plays paintball with some friends, we get our first glimpse at his profound wisdom and knowledge, and our first hint that the subtitles are going to be a bumpy ride.
The weight of war is a heavy burden to bear. Some say it's a necessity, the stage on which good can triumph over evil.
Seagal standing there pretending that he wasn't the one that f***ed this poor girl to death last night with his huge cock. And then gets in one more touch, and possibly sneaky off-camera boob grab while he can. He is the master of improv.
This is what happens when you pollute the planet.
Sensei Jesus Beard spouting some spiritual nonsense.
I take refuge in the Buddha. I take refuge in the Dharma. I take refuge in the cookies.
He's a lifelong Zen master and he's not afraid to remind you.
Yeah, I am a Lama, I'm a Tuku, I'm a Rinpoche, and I have studied Buddhism and Zen my whole life.
Sensei Sexy Pants showing he isn't just a handsome and charismatic mimbo as he rambles off some eye-watering statistics.
Human trafficking trade is estimated at $32 billion per annum. Animal trafficking is estimated at $23 billion per annum. Narco trafficking is estimated at $150 billion per annum.
Why are you telling me all this?
How do you combat evil when the whole world has lost its way?
And I can tell you right now that none of this has anything to do with the cinematic masterpiece moving forward. 3 years after retiring, Big Papa Plump is now a healer or something, and that seems to involve a lot of young women only, and of course, another topless chick for him to leer at. Notice when Sensei Slippery Hands touches her, she closes her eyes and prays for this goddamn nightmare to be over.
Run, bitch, run for your life, get some help!
Remember, written by Steven Seagal. When he finally arrives to see his patients, he's welcomed like the god he is, and kisses a kid on the head to nail home that he is a top bloke. Luckily, Louis Fan turns up in the movie and shows Sensei Fairy Floss how Wing Chun is actually performed. This dude is a legit Hong Kong martial arts legend and was actually in the original Ip Man series with Donnie Yen. Watch that movie because it's actually awesome. Seagal has a lengthy conversation speaking his version of English whilst understanding the Chinese dude speaking to him. That makes total sense.
心里挺幸运的，师父已经把最好的棍术交给你了。
Why you never got to learn?
They both had the same master, but obviously Sensei Modesty was taught more of these secret techniques.
I think he just liked me more than he liked you.
Why was he taught more? Because he's Steven fucking Seagal, and he wrote this shit. Big Papa makes a joke, and laughs at him all by himself. Oh, you go, Big Daddy.
I know I'm not supposed to make jokes about your mother, I'm sorry.
Notice the distant shots of the fights, and any close-ups are generally of Louis actually doing the moves, or Seagal just waving around a stick for a few seconds. Big Steve-O figured there was no point getting up just to do the walking away scene, so let's just let the stuntman earn his paycheck, as they do in all Seagal movies.
Fat and lazy.
Sensei Twinkletoes warms up with Sunti
Sensei, are you in the mood for a dance?
before engaging in a dance battle with Louis. Well, partially anyway. The stunt double is strong in this one again, my friends. It seems as though the subtitles were most likely written by Sensei's scriptwriter, because nobody with humility would ever put this shit in.
师兄，你除了武功好，还有一颗仁爱的心。
All the subtitles are completely wrong. If there happen to be any Chinese Seagalians out there, please let me know if this is absolute nonsense or if the subtitles are spot on.
Tell me the truth.
We get a weird ass dream sequence that lasts all of 2 seconds, but I'm sure there's a reason for this later on.
Max, your destiny awaits you.
We get introduced to the main bad guy, who seems like a psycho, and his right-hand henchman, who I've got a feeling is going to be a good martial artist, but obviously not as good as Sensei Buttplug.
That man is unbeatable.
Sensei is walking when his balls start tingling. He magically notices someone following him, and turns around to find some random dude challenging him to a fight that we know the script would never allow Seagal to lose.
我要正式和你来一场生死之战。如果你不接受我的挑战，我就只有杀了你。
You obviously do not know who you are f***ing with.
Sensei Beanbag upset this guy stole his lunch from the fridge and lets him know.
I'll give you your duel. I'll allow you to live. But I'll guarantee you that you'll never act this foolish again.
Now, as you'd expect, it is 100% definitely Steven Seagal doing these scenes and not somebody much slimmer and far more nimble. Okay, now I can believe the guy taking the seat is definitely Seagal. Definitely no stunt double here. All bad boy Seagal.
I wear big boy pants now.
This fella is angry because Seagal takes some stuff without paying for it, obviously not knowing who the great man is.
我每天看你从老上店里拿东西，从没付过1分钱。
But this ignorant fool is about to learn how awesome Seagal is.
Him and his whole family are very good friends of mine. I pay for his granddaughter to go to school. I take care of their family. So for his sake, not for mine, when I go by the store every day, I take a little fruit, little vegetable, little bread, for his sake, to give him face.
Everyone chiming in to tell this guy how magnificent Seagal is. You bloody wanker. I bet you feel real stupid right now, hey Chuckles. Then this bloke asks the girl how to make amends for the misunderstanding, and rather than just saying, "Don't worry about it, mate," or "Clean my car," Sensei Drama Queen gives him some ridiculous task to complete.
Go get me the biggest sack you can find and fill it full of down feathers and carry it to the top of the highest hill you can find and throw all the feathers everywhere in the wind and come back a week later and find every feather, put it back in the bag and bring me the bag.
What? Remember, written by Steven Seagal. Completely unrelated, the bad guys are after some chick that has magical powers or something. Just run with it. And they do some Tom and Jerry shit for a while also. I'm sure this will all be explained thoroughly later on.
You serious?
One of the actors decides he regrets the decision to be in this film, and there's only one thing left to do.
He loves you. To die! You have to.
Then he decides he'll kill Seagal for writing this piece of shit movie and then sucking him into it.
I will kill you first and then kill myself!
Then he just drops a knife and everyone is happy.
What?
What the f*** did I just watch? He then does what every person would do in that situation and hugs Sensei Seagal before hugging his own actual son.
Oh, right.
Sensei just picks up a random kid and gives her a flower. This was unscripted and is just Seagal walking through a park picking up random children for a certain plane ride to an island with some high profile...
I'm a full-on rapist, you know? Africans, dyslexics, children, that sort of thing. I help people, you know what I mean? I'm a
Philanthropist?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Seagal has another weird vision, but this time the script demands a mysterious figure be topless.
I am nothing. I am everything. I am emptiness.
So basically the evil guy is an albino who can't go into the sun for whatever reason, and this magical girl can heal him.
She was a baby. I noticed certain gifts. At her words, rains come down from her hand. Light can heal. As powerful as Q-Mom is, he is cursed with a strange sickness. He can no longer walk in the sun.
Seagal refuses to help, but then this guy appeals to Seagal's ego.
But you're the only one. But you're the only one I know who can do this.
It's almost as if this movie was written by some moronic dickhead. These two henchmen, I'm sorry, how inappropriate of me. These two hench persons...
Fan of fishing.
I do love fishing, yes, I do.
What?
Yeah, I'd love to be a fisherman.
What, like a fly fisherman?
I'd be any type of fisherman.
Are trying to kidnap a girl, but fail to overpower a 7-year-old girl.
Murderers, rapists, drug dealers, drug addicts. Which one of these categories do you fall under, bruh? Was kidnapping your thing?
Did he just... He did. He f***ing did say bruh.
Bruh?
Seagal just said bruh. Okay, now I did mention that in some spots the subtitles were a bit sketchy. Some spots are absolutely brilliant.
Death by 1,000 cuts. I see you keep these blades very sharp.
Now, there are some of you out there that might call this racist because I think it's hilarious, but I just call it f***ing hilarious.
Against Q-Mom, things can turn real hard, real quick.
Real hard, real quick.
Seagal gathers a team of people we've never heard of before, but hey, they're tired, I guess, from the old days or something, and they're going to rescue the special girl with magical powers. Seagal and Lewis go and visit their master, who randomly decides, after possibly 4 decades, to tell this dude that he's his father.
你是我儿子。你说什么？我是你亲生的儿子。
为什么你到了这一刻才告诉我？
我对时间的看法，给掌握时机，也只是一个学生。
What the actual fuck? This makes no sense on so many levels.
Yeah, I just,
Seagal finally starts to talk dirty and get into a sexy kind of mood.
Yin Yang, I want you to go in there dressed as a customer. You can dress like someone real sexy. It's up to you. When the girls start to strut, you could look at their butt. You shouldn't do right. The girl dress is just as pretty, not just there to cover her kitty.
Before leaning very heavily into his Jesus persona.
All right, I know I'm asking a lot, but for what it's worth, cause is just, and we are righteous.
Then we get an intense fight scene where this really slim man is almost certainly Steven Seagal. I'm willing to bet your life on it, people. Sensei Seduction discussing his methods for lovemaking.
I'm gonna try out go in with a soft insertion, and if you hear me or him say go hard, it's gonna get hard.
Not gonna lie, Seagal. Genius move putting in this sexy girl on girl scene. I'm actually not mocking him for a change. Genuinely thanking you, big boy. I see what you're thinking here, and this is why I love you.
Oh, thank you for noticing that.
So the bad guy that is supposed to be a martial arts champion.
Kumon, by his reputation, he's something of a martial arts master.
Was hitting the bag earlier like this. And we find out that he is basically Saitama, the One Punch Man. Seagal giving the crew full access to his house and bedrooms in order to launder some extra money and get his nipples tweaked during takes.
Maybe you didn't twist it hard enough.
These lads went to the Sensei School of Disciplining Women, but are horrible students as she's able to fight back and resist them. Seagal would be disappointed, boys.
Can we come as hard as we can? I'd say, yeah, you go as hard as you can, but keep in mind, the harder you come, the harder he's coming back.
Big Sensei waddles in for the main bad guy fight. And spends a little too long staring at the underage girl.
I want to touch you.
Sensei Chubster does his patented two-hand push and then celebrates in style. Sensei Pumpernickel hugs and rubs against a poor young girl who mistakenly thought this shit would actually launch her career.
Just Derek.
Big Papa doing his thing where he rambles about nonsense, but the point is he's awesome and young women love him.
We used to know it doesn't exist anymore. Traditions, the values, the ethics, the morals given to us by our fathers, masters, are not rapidly diminishing. They are almost literally gone.
That's basically the point of this movie, besides the money laundering stuff, is to let you know that Seagal is a true master.
I am the greatest Kung Fu master of all time!
Alright, my friends, that was Sensei's brilliant masterpiece, Attrition. Thank you all for watching Seagalians. Coming up, we've got the next episode of Sensei's Guide to Nailing Everything at Life, which is language and speaking. You need to be a charismatic and articulate badass if you want to be like Sensei. For now, be well, my friends, and be nice to somebody, as you might just be that one person to show them life is still alright and worth living. Peace, legends.